What's up, people, everybody? How's it going? Hope all is well. I said that in a bit of a Cockney accent there. Don't know what happened. Anyway, guys, welcome to another trailer breakdown on the BollyFools podcast. It's your boy Salim here, joined by Hamza and Puri. How you guys doing?
Hey, man. All good here.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good. Actually, much better now that I've got you guys on the podcast, because I know that you're going to save me, because this trailer that we're going to check out, Kabir Singh teaser that just recently dropped, I have no idea what it's about. Are you guys like completely silenced there, like expecting, yes, Alan, we know you don't know anything about
politics. I was waiting for Hamza to say something because he's the expert.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to say something. I was like, okay, who's gonna say something first? But yeah, I'll take this.
All right. Okay. So before we get started, let's just run the trailer so it kind of gives everybody a feel for exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Kabir Singh. He is one of the best students ever graduated from Delhi Institute of Medical Science with an impeccable academic record.
That's quite the accent, isn't it? This did actually make me laugh.
It made you laugh. Why?
Yeah, just the way he delivered that line, that did crack me up. I wasn't actually expecting that either. So Hamza, did you guys actually hear that? Did that come through at your end as well? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it did.
So do you want to give us a breakdown of what this is about, Hamza?
So Kabir Singh is a remake of Telugu film Arjun Reddy, which was released 2 years ago, so 2017. So it was directed. So the guy who directed the Bollywood version directed the original as well, and it's actually based on some incidents in his own life. So he's actually said that, I went through a breakup, and certain portions of the film I went through. So that's what I did when I went through my breakup, because the story's about a medical student called Arjun Reddy in the original and Kabir Singh in this film, whose girlfriend gets married to another man, and then from there he just has this like passive destruction where he just starts going into drugs, alcohol, and he's got anger management issues as well at the same time.
Happens, man. Happens, right?
So, yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, there you go. It does. Yeah. Like, who hasn't been in love and been crazy and gone like completely suicidal with their life?
You can't see me, but my hand's up.
There you go. One thing I know I always say this, Hamza, but like for real, you know way too much about Indian cinema. Wouldn't you agree? Like, Puri, did you just hear that? Because I was expecting just to trip him up and hoping that he gets it wrong, but like he just floored it.
But I know I didn't want to admit, but I looked it up as well, so I kind of knew all that.
Was he just reading off a Wikipedia page?
That's what I've been doing since we decided to do that. And I was like, let me get all my information in. Okay,
cool. So anyway, so you checked out the trailer as well earlier on. We had this discussion about, okay, guys, we're just going to do a sort of a dissect of this movie, even though it is just a teaser. But what did you think? Did you like it, Puri?
I feel like I'm going to be like the negative Nancy on this show,
go for it.
But no, not at all. I remember watching the original trailer. I haven't seen the film, so I can't say. I'm not sure how the actual story, pans out. But I watched the trailer, and I am not keen on the themes that are being kind of explored in the film and the way that they're being tackled. Like, not to be a social justice warrior, but yeah, just really keen on just the way the things are in terms of his issues that he's dealing with, the way they've romanticized a lot of the issues that he's dealing with. So I don't know if they're going to stay true to the original story and just do what the Telugu version did. But if that's what they're going to do, then it's a big no from me.
Wow. Okay, so we're just going to give you a quick. Right. Okay. So what about you, Hamza? Did you like this? Am I the only one that keeps on defending these Bollywood trailers at the moment?
No, I liked it. I thought it was raw. It was on edge. It had. I know, like what are you saying about the issues that are showing? But I think maybe people need to see that and know that, okay, everybody deals with issues a certain way. So we're going to see in this film that this guy who's going to go through a massive breakup is going to deal with his issues by drinking himself or by doing drugs or by harming other people. And maybe sometimes we don't know it, but that's how people sometimes deal with things. And then it's our job to kind of direct them in the right way, say, you know what, that isn't the way, this is the way kind of thing. But I think if you guys haven't seen, so one of Shahid Kapoor's films from like 3 years ago now, it's called Urta Punjab.
I was so going to mention Urta Punjab as well.
So his character in this film, when I saw the trailer, the reason why I like the trailer and the reason why I'm saying I like the film is because it reminded me of his character from that film. And Urta Punjab was such a well-made film. It was so sick. Just the whole concept of it. Because I remember watching it. Because I remember watching the trailer of that, and I thought, oh god, he's portraying a rock star. He's not going to be able to do it. They're not going to show him properly. But when I watched the film, they portrayed him what an actual rock star would be like, doing cocaine, swearing, walking out of contracts that he signed years ago, and it's just that kind of thing. And that's why when I saw this trailer, I was like, it's going to be the same type of character, but probably even better, hopefully.
Yeah, no, I agree with that part. Yeah, definitely. I got the same sort of Urta Punjab flashbacks when I was watching the teaser.
So, sorry, Barry, you were talking.
No, that's all I was going to say.
Okay, well, look, the one thing that excited me about this this teaser is we know here's a guy who's completely going insane about whatever's happened in his life. Clearly, this is, like Hamza said, it's a bit of a breakup. Now, what I am excited about is that how far is he willing to go? Like, what is this person's limits with what's happened in his life? How far what is the cracking point? And it seems like as the trailer's developing, it seems like he's getting more and more crazier. And that's what I like about this. Although there's that pause bit in the end, where he kisses on the cheek and he goes "Kisi ne nahi dekha." I like that. I like the tempo of this, and quite frankly, I also like Shahid Kapoor. I think he's a really, really good actor.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So those are some of the things that I like about it.
Is anyone?
Gone.
Sorry.
No, go on.
Is anyone familiar with Tere Naam by any chance?
Yes.
Tere Naam, Salman Khan.
Salman Khan, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when you were just talking about how the director of this film made this film and said it's kind of inspired by his real life incidents.
Yeah.
Do you know that's exactly what happened with Tere Naam as well? And
when I was based on Salman Khan?
No. No. The guy who I think his name's Bala or something. The guy who made Tere Naam, he said his friend literally went through that where he liked someone, something happened, it didn't go well. He went down the drugs, alcohol route and ended up in a mental asylum, which is what happened to Salman Khan's character in Tere Naam. And I thought this story also reminded me of that a little bit, where because his love kind of doesn't go as planned, he takes the alcohol and drugs kind of route. And I was like, that's kind of interesting how both the stories have that similarity and they're both kind of based on real life incidents.
Yeah.
So
that was all.
No. It's a good point. I mean, like it's crazy that how one thing that's always fascinated me is about cinema is that one person or any sort of performing art, anyone could see something. Some people will like it, some people won't like it, and it's pretty cool that the comparisons that we're all gonna sort of dig out to how we feel about this particular piece. But well, I wanted to keep this one. I wanted to throw it in anyway, as it's just recently dropped. But any last thoughts, Hamza? I know that you seem like a bit of a fan of this. So is there anything else that you want to sort of finish off with?
I hope it just lives up to his expectations, because I think the film's gonna have high expectations, because we're seeing Shahid Kapoor in a role that's quite strong after Urta Punjab. So I hope he does as well as he did in Urta Punjab, and he stands out. That's all I hope, because if it doesn't and it falls flat on its face, then I don't think it's gonna be hard for him, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get back up.
I feel like there's also going to be a lot of comparisons with the original, because from what I've read, that did really well, and it kind of has a cult-like following, because people loved that original. Yeah, so there's also going to be a lot of comparisons for not just the film, but his performance compared to the original actors as well.
What, the original South Indian one?
Yeah, because apparently that's kind of what brought him into the limelight, and he gained a lot of fans because of that film. So obviously people are going to compare Shahid Kapoor's performance to the original actors as well. But the only thing I am hoping for is that I just hope it's not as misogynistic as the original is, because that's always a bit like, it's quite interesting, because obviously I feel like obviously you guys didn't notice that about that, and that's not something you guys even sort of noticed in the teasers, and whereas that's something
we're blind. That's what it is.
That's what I mean. I feel like it actually does kind of it says a lot about society as well, because that was the first thing that kind of stood out to me. Like, he's like, in the original trailer actually, where at one point the main actor just goes into her class saying, "I've seen this girl, I like her, so she's mine, you better not touch her." And I was like, does she even know this? Does she consent to this? Does she like you back? Like, what's going on? How are you claiming her and you've only just seen her?
The reason why we're kind of forgiving when it comes down to stuff like this is because, for me, this trailer was, although I liked it, it was a bit over the top, and I kind of expected it to be like that. So when I see stuff like that, I'm thinking, I know that this stuff isn't, that's not the way it goes down. But because this movie has that sort of tempo where they're being slightly a bit over the top, I'm kind of willing to forgive that. But at the same time, I think it's a pretty cool point that you made as well, that we didn't even consider 2% of what you just highlighted. Yeah.
For the listeners, I feel like there's this really good episode of a TV show that Amir Khan did a while ago. I feel like you should all go watch that. It has Deepika Padukone and Gangner Nath and Bernita Chopra in it as well. And I think that's quite interesting. So for people who don't know what I'm on about and why I'm going on about this, I think you should go watch that episode of Satyamev Jayate.
Okay, cool.
Actually highlights, it's really interesting because it talks about a lot of things that Bollywood romanticizes, that actually has real life consequences, but people obviously don't think about that. And there have been cases where it's not just a film, and people have done stuff like that in real life, and real people have suffered because of that.
Because Bollywood make it look normal, don't they? In so many films, what Bollywood do is that when they make a psycho lover who's following the girl, and then eventually the girl gives in. Guys eventually think, that's not happened in real life, but what they don't get is, in real life, the girl actually has the option of saying, no, I'm going to say no to this.
Exactly. And then there's also cases of like people not taking rejection well, and then you've got cases of like acid attacks and stuff like that, and so much more, and you're just like, Bollywood needs to calm the hell down. They need to show people that this is not how real life works.
Yeah.
Because everyone thinks it's Shah Rukh Khan now.
I think
everything's actually.
This would be a really good actual podcast on a separate episode, because I like some of the key points that you just highlighted, that a lot of the time they're ignored, or we don't really think about it all that much. And maybe those who do can't voice their opinion. So I think we've got a really awesome platform to play around with on this podcast, that we could actually have that. So if you want, we can have that episode.
I would love to.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll open up.
Okay, cool. See that? She said, I would love.
As long as as long as I'm not the bad guy in the whole thing, and no one agrees with me, because then people are just going to hate me.
No.
No,
Because
no,
you're
no.
right in what you're saying. Literally everything that you just highlight. I mean, it's true. I think I think some of this information, the way it's being executed, isn't right. But then at the same time, I have seen films that I think to myself, you know what, they've actually done, and they're Bollywood films that they have done actually a good job of.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of, it depends on the director, it depends on what the script is all about. So, and that's why when I look at this, I think to myself, okay, well, this is clearly they're having, this film isn't taking itself too seriously. And as a result, I suppose I can forgive a lot of the stuff that you're saying, but it's a good podcast episode. So we should actually do it.
Stuff like that, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, people. Well, look, we're going to love you and leave you. Keep this one nice and short as it was a teaser. Do let us know what else you want us to sort of break down when it comes down to new films. Barry, if somebody, where can people find you on your Instagram or your Twitter handle? Do you want to give it out, or do you want to? Yeah.
Social media is at Call Me Perry. My YouTube, my Instagram, my Twitter. It's all at the Call Me Perry, P-E-R-I.
All right, cool. All right, okay. Well, guys, we're going to keep this one short, as I said, and we'll catch you hopefully on the next one. Peace.